Hi, I'm makeup artist Daniel Sandler, and I want to introduce you to my latest innovation from my line. It's my Anti-Redness Makeup Primer. I brought this out because there are so many women and men out there who suffer with very florid red cheeks. That's Elsie in the background if you can hear her barking. Yes, Elsie, thank you very much. So you might hear her from time to time because she's a little bit vocal. So the Anti-Redness Primer I brought out because there are so many women and men who suffer from florid cheeks, whether it be just natural, they were born with it, perhaps it's menopausal if you're a lady going through that change, perhaps you're going through acne and you've got red spots everywhere. This is the perfect neutralizing primer that you put under your foundation. Now I particularly love it because it's a very moisturizing and caring formulation. I've just put a tiny little bit on my hand there, and hopefully you can see when I blend it, yes it is green, but green is the opposite of red on the color wheel, and I've added mica to it, so this is light reflective. A lot of primers that are anti-red out there generally make the skin look a little bit dry, drab and lifeless, but I put mica and calendula and hyaluronic acid in this so that it really helps to care, nourish and protect and look absolutely natural once you've got your foundation on top. So you can see, compared to the other side that's a little bit pink, this is a great first defense. Now you have to wear a little bit of foundation on top because it might look a little bit green if you don't, and you don't want your skin obviously look a little bit like the Hulk. So let me just put this on my slightly florid complexion, and you should see how easy it is that you could do this. Now a lot of primers as well, apart from looking dry, can actually make skin look a little bit shiny and oily after a while, but not with this one. I've put ingredients in this so that it helps to keep your makeup looking fresh but stay all day. So you can actually skip using as much moisturizer as you usually do. Obviously use an SPF as well if you want to, and just pop this. I'm using a patting motion just to put it here and there, just to tone down that high color. Use a little brush on areas if you want around the nose and any other areas where you feel you might want to just pinpoint certain areas that need a little bit of attention. The inner corner, I'm using my tiny little base brush. In fact, this is my concealer brush, I'm not concentrating. Great little brush around the sides. I've got some broken capillaries there, put it there. So you can see the skin has a wonderful luminosity about it, and I've got a bit of a red chin. Now if you tend to get a little bit of high colour on your neck and chest, and that can come throughout the day if you're rushing around, suddenly you won't realise it, but this redness is, especially if you wear open blouses, then take the primer down there, pass it on. I've already been sending this out to some makeup artists to get their reactions. I've got great reactions, something lovely coming out soon from Caroline Barnes, bless her. There we go. I'll put a little bit, I shaved earlier and you can see I've got a little bit of a tiny bit of shaving rash. But this is really good. Because what can happen is if you don't use a primer like this, what you can do is end up putting on too much foundation. It can end up looking really cakey because you're trying to disguise the blemishes, the high colour, the blotchiness, and you end up packing on tons of foundation and whacking on loads of powder to make the skin look calmer and more neutral. But look at that, absolutely brilliant, does it? A little bit more on the other side. There we go. And then I'm just going to tap a little bit of foundation on top. The wonderful thing about this is it feels so lightweight, moisturizing and ultra comfortable. Just keep dabbing on a little bit more and build it up and tap and blend with your finger. Right. Next I'm going to take a little bit of my foundation. This is my Invisible Radiance foundation, and you just generally put a little bit wherever you need it and tap that on top as well. slapping myself. All right. A little bit on the chin. You don't have to put foundation everywhere, but the great thing is, if your foundation blends in with your skin tone, then it just should tie it all up. Put a little bit there. I'm not going to do a whole makeup thing. I just want to show you how easy this is. Blend that through. A little bit through the eyelids. If you put foundation on the eyelids, it really creates a great canvas for eyeshadows, and it immediately brightens the eye because you're getting rid of the thinness, that thin looking texture on the lids, getting rid of the broken capillaries. So there we go. That is me looking, I think, a little bit cooler and calmer. I could take it down there a little bit, I guess, on my neck, just to blend it all in. I think this is a real makeup must-have. I'm so excited about this. It's different for me to come out with a product that isn't a blusher, but it took me 3 years to create this, and I hope you love it. I hope it becomes part of your kit, and I hope it makes you look and feel fantastic.